Hello. We are here for Yoga 2, Tuesday morning. About 5 minutes. I'm going to go off camera and play some piano. I'll be back to see if you guys have any questions. Leave them in the comments. Good morning, Neelu. Thank you. Hi, Deanna. Hi, Melissa. I see you all. One more minute. Does anybody have any requests? Any body parts? Any poses you want to make sure we do today? Good morning. Thanks, Melissa. I'll try to, I think my plan is to play piano for you guys during Shavasana too. All right, if there are no requests, let's get started. Yoga 2. Let's start with cat-cow. Come on to all fours, tabletop. Inhale, draw your shoulder blades together, drop your belly, look up. Exhale, curl down. Push the back of your heart into the sky. Try to curl every part of your back. Keep going, inhale. Cow, exhale, cat. Keep going. One more round. And then let's come back to neutral. Alternate leg and arm, left arm forward, right leg back. Just find balance. Keep your hips square, belly button into your spine. And then release down. Right arm, left leg. And then back down, moving. Left arm, right leg. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Keep going. Last one. Inhale, open. And come back down. And take your right hand. Left leg, inhale. Exhale, curl. Inhale, open. Keep going. And then open up and release. Let's do some side to side cat-cow. So moving your spine in whatever direction feels good, like a disco cat. Moving your hips. Or just regular cat-cow, if that feels good too. Good. And then coming into your plank. Wake up your core, move forward and back. Push the floor away. And as you exhale, down dog. And look to your hands, walk to the top of your mat, straight legs. And then soft bend in your knees, let your head hang heavy. You can grab a ragdoll if you'd like, opposite elbows. Good, and then release your hands, slowly rise up. Head comes up last. And let's start with some sun salutations, devotional style. Go at your own pace or follow me. Hands at your heart, inhale, bend your knees and rise into a back bend. Exhale, fold. Right foot into lunge. Left foot back. Press all the way back. On your inhale, pull forward. Close to the mat for cobra or up dog. And then exhale back to down dog. Right leg. Lunge. Inhale. Left leg. Fold. Exhale. Inhale, rise. Bend your knees. Exhale to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Left leg lunge. Inhale. Right leg back. Inhale forward, cobra or up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Left leg, inhale. Right leg, exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale to your heart. Good, keep going, go at your own pace. Or follow what I'm doing on the screen. Keep your elbows in close. We'll meet in down dog next time you're there. And then make your way to down dog. In your down dog, pedal out your feet. Maybe I like lifting and lowering my heels to stretch the bottom of my feet. And then come back into plank. Press the floor away. And let's come into side plank. Right hand down, so turning to your left first. You can take any modifications you need, like front foot in front, left foot in front, stagger your feet or stack them. Lift your hips. Maybe stretch your top arm overhead for a little side stretch. Change back to center. Switch to the other side. Take whatever variation you did on the other side. Lift your hips. Maybe side stretch, hand overhead. Good, back to center. Transition, halfway push-up, up dog, down dog. And inhale, right leg high. Stack your hips. Roll your ankles. Press firmly in both hands. And then roll your ankle the other way. Good, then come back to center. Curl your knee into your chest. Try to touch your forehead to your knee. Inhale back up. Knee to right tricep. Inhale back up. Cross over, left tricep. Inhale back up. And then step through for a lunge. Lunge. You can bring your hands up. And then tee out your arms, turn to the right. So your right foot is forward, turn to the right. Go for reverse, exalted. The right arm comes to the back of your leg, wherever you can reach. And change back to plank. Transition. Good job. Inhale, left leg high. You're going to stack your hips. Roll your ankle. Go the other way. Good job. Back to center. Curl. Knee to chest. Curl, curl, curl. Inhale back up. Left tricep. Squeeze. Inhale back up. Right tricep twist. Back up. And then step through. Lunge. And come up when you're ready. Keep your hips square. Hands can go overhead. And then open your arms. And then turn to your left. Left arm goes back. Right arm goes up. And change back to plank. Transition. Good, let's twist. Right hand to the outside of your left leg. Back to center. Left hand to your right leg. Good, and then bring your knees down for a wide-legged cat stretch. Bring your forehead to the ground. Massage your forehead on the ground. And then reach your arms forward for puppy pose, lifting your hips. Draw your chest and your chin towards the ground. Let's warm up our shoulders a little more in dolphin. Place your forearms on the ground, and as if you're coming into down dog, but with your forearms down on the ground, you're going to come into dolphin. I suggest having your palms facing down to increase that sensation in your shoulders. If that doesn't work for you, you can interlace your hands, palms facing each other. Your feet, your heels may or may not touch. Wherever you are, just breathe. Spending time in this pose is strengthening your shoulders, warming them up, increasing flexibility. Lots of things are happening. Good, and then one at a time, come up back onto your hands to regular down dog. And then walk, hop, or step. Always to the front, sit down in your chair. Tucking your tailbone down, bring your arms by your ears, sit down for 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way up. Hands in front. Lift your heels for balancing chair. Heels as high as they will go. If you feel really steady and you can keep your heels super high, start bending your knees. Keep lifting your heels and slide your back straight down a wall. Good, for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All the way up. Release your heels. And let's take rotated chair to the left. Your feet can be hip width apart, or if you're trying to twist more and you have that experience, you can put your feet together to increase your range of motion. Wherever you are, try to take care to keep your knees in line with each other. Your right knee's probably going to want to pop forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist. And then side crow, if that's in your practice. If not, keep breathing out in your rotated chair. to center. Switch. Rotate a chair to the other side. Sit down first, and then twist. Use your breath. Exhales are important in your twists. And then side crow if you did it on the other side. Good. Back to center. Take your forward fold. Shake your head. And then widen your stance so your feet are about mat width apart. Shoulder binding, stick your right arm through the middle of your legs. Reach over with your left arm. Right palm is facing out away from your hip. Try to touch fingers. Maybe grab your wrist. If none of that is accessible, just leave your hands wherever they are and breathe. Bend and straighten your legs. I feel this in my shoulder, in my hamstrings, in my hip. Especially my shoulder. Good, and then stay here or bird of paradise, scoot your left foot under you. Take your time, slowly stand up. Maybe straighten. One more breath. And then slowly lower, and slowly release. Shift your hip side to side. And then do the other side. Left arm through, right arm above. See whatever you can reach. And this left palm is facing away from your hip, away from your body. Bend and straighten your legs. One more breath. And then if you did on the other side, bird of paradise, right foot under you. Take your time standing up. Focus on your breath and let it lead your body, not the other way around. One more breath. And slowly release. Let it all go, side to side. And let's put both arms through. So bend your knees a little bit, scooch, shimmy your shoulders underneath your legs as best you can. Hands can start behind your heels to start. Maybe you're still just working here. If you're feeling something in your shoulders, that's all you need to do. If you're moving on, you can reach your arms above your hips. See if you can touch your fingers or grab your wrists. Keep bending and straightening your legs. Take one more breath. Let's do firefly. If that's in your practice, you bend your elbows, you're sitting on your triceps, you're squeezing your legs into your hands, belly button into spine, pressing the floor, and see if you can hover one foot or both. Maybe your feet might touch, maybe you cross your ankles, maybe you keep one foot down, maybe you straighten your legs. Explore. Squeeze your legs into your arms. And then make your way back up, whatever you can, into down dog. Good job. Feel your heart beating. Shake your head. And then walk your hands back. So you're standing in a forward fold in the back of your mat. Let your head hang super heavy. And bend your knees to slowly rise. We'll do eagle pose at the back of your mat. Inhale, hands above. Let's do right arm under, right leg over. So standing on your left leg. First you sit down, and then you wrap. If you can't wrap, your toe can touch the floor. Or you can face a wall too. Draw your elbows up and away. Sit down deeper. Draw everything towards the center middle line. Sit down. Good, and then unravel your legs only. Come back into a bound balancing stick. Good. And then come up as if you're in a column. And close the door, release. Let it go. Then take your left arm under. Sit down, left leg over. You're balancing on your right. Draw your elbows up. Sit down deeper. Take one more breath. And then unravel your legs only. And hinge at your hips. So you're balancing in balancing stick with eagle arms. Keep your hips square as possible. That might mean you don't come down as far. That is good, that is fine. And then come back up, bend your knee into column, close the door, release. Feel your heart beating. And then inhale, open. Hands above you, exhale, fold. Come all the way down. And then walk your hands back out to plank. Take your transition. Back to down dog. And then step your right foot forward for warrior one. Feet are hip width apart, not in one line, so that you can square up your hips. Your left hip is coming forward to meet your right. Let's interlace hands behind your back. Broad, widen across your collarbones. Shine your heart to the sky. As you exhale, fold, humble warrior. And then hands come in the inside of your leg for lizard. Back knee can come down or stay up. Right knee can wing out to the side. Take your time. Let your body tell you how far to go, when to change. You might come down onto your forearms, but only when your body is ready. Maybe it doesn't happen today. That's okay. Wherever you are, let the back of your neck go. Deep exhales. Whenever you're stretching in your hips, those exhales are again key. We're going to take one more breath. And then option here to add a quad stretch in. You might need to put something underneath your back knee if it's sensitive. You're going to bend your back leg, reach back with your right arm, and you can stay on your elbow or you can come onto your palm. Reach back with your right arm, find your foot. If you can connect, press your foot into your hand and twist. Keep pressing your foot into your hand as you draw your foot closer to your butt. Take your time. Take one more breath. Good, release. Let's come into half splits. So frame your foot and straighten your front leg. Bring your right hip back so you feel more of a stretch in your hamstring. Bring your hands to the outside of your right leg to add the sensation of a right outer hip stretch. IT band, all of that. Good, and then back to center. Keep working in half splits, or if you've got full splits, work towards full splits. Now it's very important here, especially if you've got some hamstring flexibility for splits, to keep your hips square, because I could open up and have my hip open out like this. I can get my hips to the bottom, but I don't feel as much. And it's actually a little bit dangerous for my hamstring to stretch like that. So if I come back up and make sure that my hips are square, I might not get my hips to the ground, but I can sure feel it in my hamstring. And I can sure feel that stretch. By keeping my hips square, I'm not overstretching my front leg. So keep working here. Good, take one more breath. And whatever way you can make it, get back into your plank. Oof. Transition. All the way back. All right, left leg, inhale high. Left leg, warrior one. Hip width apart with your feet. Interlace your hands behind your head, behind your back. Exhale, fold. And then release into lizard. Take your time. Back knee up or down, your preference. Left knee can wing out if you've got the space. Stay on your palms until your body wants to come onto your elbows. If it does, take one more breath. And then quad stretch, either on your elbow or on your palm. Reach back with your left hand, find your foot. Once you connect, press your foot into your hand to twist. And then use your arm to pull your foot towards your butt. Keep breathing. And I can feel this in my psoas. My quads, my hips. And I get a nice juicy twist too. Good, then release. Come back to center, frame your foot again for half splits. Shimmy your back, your left hip back. And then bring your hands out to the left side of your leg, the outside. Take a couple of breaths here. And then when you're ready, come back to half splits and work here. Or come into your full splits. And once again, you're working to keep your hips as square as possible. So that means tucking your back toes so you have leverage to keep bringing your left hip back and your right hip forward. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, make your way back up into plank transition. All right, step your right foot forward, warrior two. So opening out to the side. Bend your front leg. Find your alignment with your knee, your hips, your pelvis, your rib cage, all stacked. And then open your arms, gaze over front middle finger. Draw your hips down to the ground. And exalt your warrior. And side angle. Hand in front of your leg, either on the floor or pressing against your leg. Options here, either make big giant circles with your top arm or explore the bind. Zip your feet towards each other on your mat. One more breath. And change. Come back up. One arm, two arms, and all the way up. Pivot to the other side. Left foot forward. Warrior two. Draw your hips down. Inhale, exalted. And side angle. And then once again, big old circles with your top arm or look for the bind. Take one more breath. And then release. One arm, two arms. Back to center. And find your wide leg forward fold. Feet point in slightly. Bend your knees slightly. Fold at your hips. And then let your head dangle. Toe tips and fingertips are in one line, if possible. Enjoy this forward fold. And then here we have an option for tripod headstand if that's already in your practice. If not, interlace your hands behind your back. Gently move side to side if that feels good. If not, you can stay center. Keep a micro bend in your elbows. Palms coming closer together. For tripods, make sure you can see your hands. Press into the floor. Knees can start on your triceps, or you can open up to the side. And slowly lower. And shake your head. Let's take a twist. Left arm Left hand goes to your right ankle. Right arm can either come, right hand can come to your sacrum, or it can thread underneath your left arm and reach for your left leg. So your head goes underneath your left arm. One more breath. Good, and let go. Right hand goes to your left ankle. Left hand to your left sacrum, or underneath your right arm, reach for your left leg. One more breath. Good, back to center. Lion's breath. Hands underneath your shoulders, inhale back. Exhale, tongues out. 2 more. Last one. Good, and hop or step your feet together. And slowly come all the way up. And roll your shoulders up, back and down a couple times. Let's do moving column. Take your, standing on your left leg, bend your right knee. Left hand can come to your hip. You also have the option of taking your peace fingers around your big toe and straightening your front leg. Stand tall and then open out to the side. Maybe gaze goes over. Gaze goes over to your left. Back to center. Switch your hands. Take your twist. Nice job. Back to center. Release with control. Maybe draw your face to your leg and let it go. And then set up for your other side. Right hand to your right hip. Bend your left knee. If you feel steady and have this flexibility in your leg, grab your big toe. If not, keep on your big knee. Open out to the side. Or look away. Back to center. Switch your hands. Find your twist. Twisting from your torso. Good. Back to center. Release. Now let's take standing bow pulling pose. Standing on your left foot. Bend your right knee. Your palm is facing in. And then reach back so your elbow pit is facing out. So your thumb is up. Reach for your ankle. On the inside, if you can reach, put your knees together so your hip stays in line. Hand reaches up. Then bring your foot straight back. Keep pressing your leg into your hand. Keep bringing your right hip down to keep it square with your left. Does that mean you might not come down as far? That's fine. Keep breathing. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let go. And let's take your left side. Left arm reaches back. Inside of your elbow faces out. Reach for the inside of your ankle. Knees together. Arm by your ear. Hinge at your hips while kicking your foot into your hand. Keep kicking. lengthening your shoulder back. Keep bringing your left hip down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let it go. And then let's take an externally rotated balancing pose. So that might mean tree, down here by your calf, up here by your thigh, not on your knee. Or if you got it, bring your right foot into your left hip crease. Stand here with your left hand holding your leg, right hand up to your chest. Or you can reach your right hand behind, look for your left forearm, and then look for your big toe. And at any point, if you can't go any further, stay there. Keep breathing. Keep learning. Maybe you fold forward, reach the floor. Maybe you put your hands behind by your foot. And if you know any variations here, arm balances, flying pigeon, grasshopper, go for it. Or just stay here in the fold. Keep breathing. Yeah, take one more breath. And slowly come back up. And let it go. Take your time. And then prepare for the other side. Left foot goes for your tree or for half bound lotus, or anything in between. Wherever you are, take your time. Honor your body in this moment. Whatever it can or can't do is whatever it can or can't do. Keep breathing. If you did the fold, do the side. If you're in tree, you can grow your branches, let them sway, close your eyes, see what happens. If you're in fold, right hand comes back behind by your foot. Exploring any variations you did on the other side. One more breath. And slowly come up. And let go. Hands to your heart. Thank your body for its standing practice. And let's come down to yogi squat. Shift from side to side. Press your palms together, use your arms to keep opening up. Crow pose is an option, or garland pose, or keep working in your squat. For garland pose, you're reaching one arm in front, the other arm stays above, or it can reach behind to bind. Your arm is in front of your knee. And switch to the other side. For crow, plant your hands in front of you, bend your elbows slightly, get your knees as close to you as you can up to your armpits on your triceps, then lean your weight forward, looking down on the ground so you have a long neck. Find the balance point where you can lift your toes off the ground. Maybe you can touch your toes, maybe you can bring your toes up to your butt. Maybe you can lift your hips higher into the sky. Belly button to spine. If you've got the transition to tripod, you might try it. Take your time. One more breath. Good, and then come back out. Shake your head, let your head hang heavy, maybe drape and release your hands and gently drape your elbows down. And let's stretching your wrists, if you did crow especially, or even if you didn't, backs of your palms onto the ground. Gently shift your weight so you feel that stretch. And then palms down on the ground, stretching the other direction, stretching your fingers. Good. And then make your way onto your mat, sit down and lie down. Roll side to side with your knees into your chest. Rock. And then let's lengthen, straighten your left leg, pull your right knee in. Let's go around your ribcage towards your armpit. Make sure your left foot is engaged. You can flex that foot. Straighten your leg, hamstring stretch. Take it out to the side, root down your left hip. And then let's take half happy baby. So you're bending your right knee and grab on either the outside or the inside of your foot or your ankle. And then two options here. Easier option is reclined hip opener. You'll bring your left thigh up and flex your right foot. Ankle goes on top of your thigh. Pull your knee in. For more, get your knee underneath your shoulder. Right? You can bend your left knee, place your foot on the ground, and that'll help give you more space. If that's fine, you hover your legs straight. And then maybe you go into sundial, reach for the outside edge of your pinky foot, of your foot, the pinky edge. See if you can straighten your right leg. See if you can straighten your left leg. Keep breathing. If you're in reclined hip opener, keep breathing as well. Keep pulling, keep flexing. Good, and then release. Wherever you are, come over to your twist. Bend forward, straight leg. Stack your hips. Reach for the other side. One more breath. And then back to center. Climb up your leg for nose to knee. And then release. Shake out your legs. This is my favorite part, because you can really feel the difference in your hips. Then take your left knee in, around your rib cage to your armpit. Flex your right foot. And then straighten for hamstring stretch. Hold on to your calf or your thigh or your big toe, not your knee. Take it out to the side. Right hand roots down right hip. And then take the same option you did on the other side. Either reclined hip opener, where you bend your right knee in, left leg is out to this, left knee is out to the side, left foot is flexed, or you shimmy, you keep your right knee bent, and get your left knee underneath your left shoulder. Reach for the pinky edge of your left foot with your right hand. See if you can straighten your leg, your other leg, and breathe. One more breath. Good, and then let it go. Take your time. Take your twist. Bent or straight leg. Exhale as you twist. Good, one more breath. And then take it back to the center for your nose to knee. And then release. Shake your hips or shake your legs. Wiggle your hips. Good. And then let's come into our bridge series. So bend your knees. Push your elbows into the ground. Lift your hips. Press the back of your head into the ground. Imagine your legs are energized towards each other. Maybe there's a ball or a block between your legs you're trying to keep there. Keep lifting your hips. Take one more breath. And slowly lower. Pull your knees in. Rock side to side. And let's take a second bridge. Your choice. You can do either bound bridge, where your fingers are interlaced beneath your hips, or moving bridge, where as you lift your hips and your hands, as you lift your hands, you lift your hips, and as you lower your hands, you lower your hips, like a drawbridge. Take care to move slowly if you're in moving bridge, and see where you've got wobbles. Try to move slowly so you can come down as smoothly as you can. Take a couple more breaths. Last one. Let it go. Knees together, feet wide. Let's windshield wiper your legs side to side. And next time your knees are over to the right, leave them there. Stack your right ankle on top of your left thigh. Drape your knee down towards the ground. And then switch. Left knees over to the left. Left ankle comes on top of your right thigh. Internal thigh rotation. One more breath. center. We'll do one more back bend. Your choice. You can do bridge, you can do fish, but if you got full wheel, I suggest full wheel. For that, your hands are by your head. Again, pretend there's something between your legs. You're gonna keep it there. One more breath. And slowly lower. Take your happy baby. And then you can take any other final movements you'd like. Maybe that's plow pose, maybe that's another hip opener or a twist. When you're ready, make your way into your final resting pose. Shavasana, meditation, legs up the wall, whatever you need today. Get some piano for you as you're resting. Start to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Wrists and ankles. Nice stretch overhead. When you're ready, roll over to your side, curl up. On your own time, make your way back up to seated. We'll close with 3 ohms together. You can join in with me if you'd like. Thank you for joining me this morning. Namaste. Thanks, Melissa. So glad to have you here. I'm glad you enjoyed the music. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm always here. All right, have a wonderful day. See you next week.